What's up guys, it's Louis the Unknown, and today we're going to be looking at my entire video game collection, starting with the Switch 1. I do have a Switch 2, however I am going to save the games I have for that, for hopefully a video in the future going over just more recent releases. I kind of want to start doing that, just like, probably not too often because I low-key like don't have a lot of money for games, but whenever I do and I accumulate enough, I'll definitely make a video just showing them and talking and stating my thoughts on them and stuff like that. So yeah, with that being said, all my games are in alphabetical order, and let's get started. First we have Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. I wasn't a fan of this series until about a year ago or something like that. I played the first Ace Attorney game on Switch. It was on sale on the eShop for like $10 or whatever. And I actually really liked the first game. It took me a little bit to beat it low-key, but I really enjoyed it. And I was just at GameStop one day and came across this game. Since I knew the first Phoenix Wright trilogy doesn't have a physical in the US for some reason, which makes no sense because like this has a physical but the actual first trilogy doesn't. Makes no sense at all, but you know, just I thought I'm gonna get to these games eventually because I like the series now. So just to have a physical representation of Ace Attorney, I got this. Next we have Animal Crossing New Horizons. I got it during 2020 like everyone else. Probably like a couple months after it came out though. I think I got it for my birthday that year. But I really love this game. I love Animal Crossing. It's never been something I could get 100% into and like drop like hundreds of hours on and completely like change my island to my vision. But it's still just a really fun, relaxing game where I get sucked into it for like a month and then I'll probably fall off after that, but for that month it's some of the funnest I'll have with video games. Next game is Bendy and the Ink Machine, which is a GameStop exclusive for some reason, but I really like this game. It's one of my like favorite indie horror games that I like from a kid. I like watching theories about it and stuff like that. Thought it was pretty fun. And honestly, I would still recommend this game if you haven't played it and you want just like a little horror game to play. It's not too scary, so like really anyone could play it. I would recommend it. Next we have Clock Tower Rewind, which is a pretty old horror game. I think it originated on the PS1. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think. This is a limited run copy. This came from a special edition of it, and I had no idea what this series is. It was a manual. This isn't even mine, actually. It's my brother's. And he just kind of left it here, and so it's just been sitting in my collection for a while and I haven't played it, but since it's there I will play it at some point before he picks it up, I guess. But yeah, pretty cool cover, looks pretty spooky. And next we have Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy. The first 3 Crash games from the PS1 all remade. They look amazing, and Crash Bandicoot is definitely one of my favorite 3D platformers. It's a very linear 3D platformer that's pretty hard, like one of the hardest 3D platformers I've played. There's not really a lot of hard ones anyways. But yeah, I tried this series out when this game like first came out for Switch, and I really loved it. I never played a Crash game before and I just really enjoyed it, and I'm very much a fan of this series. I hope we get a new game soon. Low-key like being for that. And next we have Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Of course, like everyone remembers when this game was popular, like all the streamers were playing it and it was like really crazy and weird at the time, I guess. Very cool concept, interesting concept for a horror game for sure. I'd play this game on Steam where it's like literally free before, but I just I got gifted this physical copy like a couple years ago, and I played it on the Switch too, and it works well. Of course, this game is best when you don't know that it's a creepy horror game, and you're going into it just for a dating sim or whatever, and it gets fucking weird and it scares you, which is pretty hard to do. I mean, freaking, it says right here, this game is not suitable for children. Like, you know, violence, blood. There's plenty of signs, and plus with how popular it is. So like, I doubt anyone is playing the game like that anymore. There's zero knowledge on what this game is. But yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend it just because of that. Because I'm sure everyone knows about it. And if you're watching this and you didn't know, now you know there's something up with it. So I'm sorry, but it's still a good game. Next we have Doom for the Switch. I remember when this first came out, it was a pretty impressive port. You know, nobody really expected this to play on Switch, which it played pretty good. I got it. I never really played a Doom game at the time, and this was my introduction, and I loved it. I love the Doom franchise now, and yeah, it's a great game. It's a pretty good port on the Switch. Next we have Final Fantasy X and X-2, the HD remastered. I kind of just got on a Final Fantasy kick a while ago, and I bought just like a couple random Final Fantasy games, and this was one of them. And yeah, haven't played it, but it looks very cool. From what I've seen, this is one of the more like well-loved Final Fantasy games, and I'm excited to get to it at some point. And next we have Fire Emblem Three Houses, which isn't my first Fire Emblem game, but it isn't my favorite either, actually. I don't know. My first game was Fire Emblem Awakening, and that one still is my favorite, but this is still a really good game. Still a good game. I like the life sim mechanics kind of with it. It's kind of like Persona in a sense, but Fire Emblem, where like, you know, there's another whole like part of the game where it's more about talking to people and shit like that. The thing is, it's definitely not as good as Persona. Like with the life sim stuff, it gets kind of boring. The like periods from you actually playing the game and the life sim shit, it's a little too long. So there's just like a couple gripes I have with this game, as well as it low-key not looking too good because it's a Switch game. But I still would recommend it if you're a fan of the style of game. It's a pretty fun tactical RPG. Next game I have is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Classic, of course. I got this when it first came out in 2017. And yeah, it's Mario Kart. Who doesn't love a little Mario Kart? Obviously with Mario Kart World out now, not that many people are gonna be playing it for a bit. I'm sure that's gonna change again. I feel like people are just gonna go back to Mario Kart 8 because I still think it is the best Mario Kart overall, like just overall, even with Mario Kart World. But yeah, you know, amazing tracks, great music, Mario Kart. Next we have Metroid Dread, which is not my first introduction to 2D Metroid, but very much, I wasn't really a big Metroid fan when I played this game, and Metroidvanias, they've never really been my style of game. And while I did really enjoy this game, I got a little too lost in the world. I just got a little too lost, and it's just confusing. But I could tell it's a really good game, and I do want to play it at some point. Just maybe not right now. And after that, we have Metroid Prime Remastered, which I actually have beat. I've beat this one. I guess it's just a little more of my style of game, like a first-person exploration shooter. It is really cool. It's really cool. Metroid Dread, I feel like I was talking a lot of shit right now. It is a really dope game. These games are just, they're so easy to get lost in, and like you could just say like, oh, like it was bad at the game, the puzzles like aren't even that bad, but like some of the shit they're trying to get me to do, even in this one, like I had to like look up guides and shit for like a couple of shit, and I was like, I saw the answer, like, how the fuck was I supposed to guess that? Like, how was I supposed to get that without a guide? You know, on some like fucking NES Zelda shit. Like, I don't know. There's definitely some bullshit, but they're still really good games, like for sure. Next we have Monster Hunter Rise, which is a series I'm not really too familiar with. I've dabbled in like many Monster Hunter games, like 4 on the 3DS and Worlds, and I've gotten rid of all those games. I just never was a fan of it. But I saw this game for like literally like 10-15 bucks, and I was like, you know, why not just have one in my collection, so if I ever want to try it again, I'll just go to this one. And yeah. Next we have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Absolutely love this game. It's one of the best open world games, blah blah blah, you know that. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I have a lot of very good memories playing and exploring this world. And next we have the slightly worse but still amazing Tears of the Kingdom. I personally prefer Breath of the Wild just based off like, first, I mean, it was the first time exploring that world, right? And also I just think the more mysterious and like open-ended vibe it goes for compared to this game and its story, I just like it better. It feels like there's just like, they just tell you go here, go here, go here, go here, and that's it. Like there's no nothing, and it feels like you're going on an adventure. And it's, I don't know how to explain it completely, but I just prefer Breath of the Wild for that reason. But still, obviously, this is a masterpiece game still. Like obviously, it's a sequel. It's gonna be good. But yeah. Next we have Link's Awakening, the remake. And I like this game. It's not my favorite 2D Zelda game ever. There are definitely others like Minish Cap. I really like Minish Cap, I don't know why. But like, this isn't my favorite, but I still really like it. The graphics are really good, of course. And yeah, there's some pretty good dungeons in here too. Next we have Skyward Sword. I think this game is underrated. I don't get all the hate it gets, honestly. The controls, while like, yeah, they're like not as good as just the regular buttons, I guess. It's for one game, you know? This is the only game that does that. And I think it just makes it unique and kind of cool in that sense, you know? So I really don't see the hate that this game gets. I really like it. It has some really cool dungeons. It does kind of have some stinkers though. That's how some bad dungeons. Like only like 2, but like, you know, I guess maybe that's why people hate the game. I really don't get it. Next we have Persona 3 Portable, the limited run copy. I am a really big fan of the Persona series, and I saw Limited Run was doing physicals on these, and I got Persona 3. I was also gonna get Persona 4, but I just didn't have enough money. And I'm kind of sad I wasn't able to, because now these go for like $80-$90. So yeah, so it kind of sucks, but you know, at least I got one. Next we have Persona 5 Royal, which is my favorite Persona. Of course, this is the first one I played, and one of my favorite games of all time. I really love Persona. I know I was talking about it earlier with the Fire Emblem game, but like it just implements the life sim and the RPG elements perfectly. And it's just so fun for the whole, like, it's like a 100-hour game, but like every single hour I spent on this game, I enjoyed it to the fullest. I really love this game. And then we have a spin-off here, Persona 5 Tactica, which is alright. Really, you're playing this to see more of the team and just to have some more Persona vibes. It's alright. It's an okay tactical RPG. It's nothing too crazy. Like a 7 out of 10. Next we have Pikmin 1+2. This is a series I really only dabbled in on like the Wii U with Pikmin 3. I played like the demo or something. But yeah, I gave it a chance with 1 and 2, and maybe I should start with like 3 or 4, because I played Pikmin 1 and while it did grab me for a bit, I don't know, I just kind of lost interest. Maybe like I'm a younger guy, I guess. I don't really like these older games too much most of the time. So maybe that's it. I just don't like this game because it's a little more dated. But I definitely do want to give it a shot again soon. I feel like this is a series I should like and I really want to. I love these little Pikmin guys, but yeah. And next up, we're gonna go through a bunch of Pokemon games, of course, starting with Let's Go Eevee. The Let's Go games are the only one where I don't have both versions. I don't have Let's Go Pikachu. I'll probably buy it at some point. But yeah, I love Let's Go, the Let's Go games. I think it's a very good remake of Kanto. I honestly like the catching mechanic. I think it's something unique. Once again, only in this game. That's one thing about games I really don't understand. When like a game in a long series of like 50 games, one of the games does something different, everyone hates on it for that, even if it isn't as good. Like, you know, they're trying something different. Like, I like that, it makes the game unique. But I digress, I like this game better. Next we have Pokemon Sword and Shield, my favorite Pokemon games, which I know is probably a really hot take. But I just personally really love Pokemon Sword and Shield. They're the Pokemons I played the most growing up. Not even growing up, but I really got into these when I was like 12 or 11, like preteen. But like I played it so much as the first game. I completed the Pokédex, went shiny hunting, dabbled in ranked battles and shit. So it just means a lot to me for that. Next up we have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Definitely my least favorite Pokemon games on the Switch. I really just kind of found these to be a little boring. Of course, they're still Pokemon games, so I had fun with them. I completed the Pokédex, not the National Dex, because I, once again, didn't like these games that much. But I just think this is my first time playing a Gen 4 game. I really want to play Platinum before I really like give my opinion on Gen 4 as a whole. Because like, from what I heard, like Platinum is a lot better. But yeah, just a little more boring of a Pokemon game. But you know, still fun to be had. Next we have Pokemon Legends Arceus, definitely a big standout for Pokemon games on the Switch. It did something very different from the standard Pokemon formula, and it was a really good game. Like I love just catching Pokemon in the game. Is so much fun. Just it feels like the Pokemon game that you think of when you're a kid, right? And you're like, oh yeah, open world. Of course, I want an open world Pokemon game. I could just go out, catch Pokemon, have fun. And yeah, I think while there's still definitely improvement that could be made with Legends games, which I sadly don't think is gonna carry on to the new one that's coming out for the Switch 2 for X and Y. I already forgot what it's called. Legends Zygarde or whatever. I really don't think that game is gonna be good from what I've seen so far, but you know, who knows. But I like this game, so at least there's that. And I would recommend anyone play it, even if you're not a Pokemon fan. It's really fun. And next we have the divisive Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I definitely had plenty of fun with these games. I've beaten both of them, the Pokédex, all the DLC, shiny hunted a bunch. Well, I've shiny hunted a lot of these games actually. I love shiny hunting, but I really like these games. Obviously, the main issue is the performance, the graphics. It's so fucking ugly. It's one of the ugliest games I've ever played. But like, at least, you know, they got the performance fixed with the Switch 2, which doesn't save how ugly it is. But you know, at least there's that. And it's a really fun Pokemon game. It's the first open world traditional Pokemon game, and I think it does it pretty well. The world itself really isn't as interesting as I would want it to be, you know? But besides that, like, it's still a good game. And I would recommend it, especially if you have a Switch 2. Now, because, you know, it runs normally, so not even... Next, we have Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, which is honestly one of, if not my favorite 2D platformer. Like, more than any Mario game. I've honestly never been the biggest fan of 2D Mario games. But I really love this game. All of the levels, the music levels, the boss fights, the graphics. I love everything about this game. Like, genuinely, I think it might be my favorite 2D platformer. And it kind of does suck, because it hasn't gotten another game in the series for like who knows how long now. This game came out like what, 2012? So I'm really hoping we get one eventually because I really love this game. I just recently replayed it this year actually. That's how much I like it. And next we have Rune Factory 4. I heard a lot about this game back when it was on the 3DS. And it was like a, you know, like a life sim style game, but also with like dungeon crawler RPG elements. It looked pretty interesting to me. I think at the time I was in the vibe for like a game like this, like a life farming sim game. And it was like pretty cheap, surprisingly. I feel like this game would be more expensive, but so I just got it. And I liked it. It wasn't anything too mind-blowing in my opinion, honestly. I think the dungeon crawler aspect of the game is kind of lame, which is like a big reason why you'd want to play it. So I probably won't be playing this one much more, but yeah, here's what it is. Next we have the greatest Sonic Forces. Sub 2 hour video game. You beat it in an afternoon. When the Switch first came out, I was like, what, 9 years old? I fucking love Sonic, you know? So I got this game and I probably liked it when I played it, but now looking back on it, I could definitely tell you this is a pretty subpar game. Next we have the Spyro Reignited trilogy. Now, I played Crash before this and I loved it. And when you hear about those PlayStation 1 classics, you hear Crash and Spyro. So of course I wanted to play this, and I was honestly pretty let down by it. I really don't see all the hype. I get it. I could definitely see why people like it if they grew up playing these games. These are games that like, I could definitely see why you would be nostalgic over it, if you get what I mean. But just playing it now with no nostalgia towards it, it really isn't anything special. It's a collectathon 3D platformer in like the most boring way possible. Like you feel kind of aimless in it. I don't know. It disappointed me. I beat the first game and I tried playing the second one after and I couldn't do it. I stopped. And next we have one of my favorite 3D platformers, which is Mario 3D World. I'm sure someone's gonna hate on me for just fucking dunking on Spyro and then saying that this is one of my favorite 3D platformers. But I don't care, this is my channel and I fucking love this game. Now this game, I played it on the Wii U. I had it on the Wii U and I really love just the levels in this game. I think they're really well designed, some of the most well designed levels in the series. And it takes the like 2D Mario format, which I'm not really the biggest fan of, and then like puts it in this 3D world with all the levels actually being interesting and having so much cool stuff to find and explore, and it just makes it really fun in my opinion. I think even though I don't like 2D Mario, because the levels are just so interesting and fun, it makes up for it completely. And then there's the Bowser's Fury thing here, which is also really good. It's a fun little 5-hour 3D Mario thing. I like it a lot. And yeah, I'm almost 100% done with 3D World. The only thing I have to do is that final Crown Island with those like 2 really hard fucking levels that I haven't done yet because they're just so hard. I'll finish them one day, for sure, one day, hopefully. And next we have Mario Wonder. Definitely my favorite 2D Mario game. While it is a way better game than any new Super Mario 2D platformer is, it's still, like I said, I still prefer other 2D platformers like Rayman Legends to it. It's just, you know, it's Mario, it's 2D Mario. I like the graphics, I love the graphics. It looks very fun and upbeat, you know, which is kind of the trend of modern Mario games, very fun and upbeat, and I love that, cartoonish. I love that direction. But I remember really enjoying it while playing it, but it didn't really leave much of an impact like other games have. So yeah, I really did like this game, and I'm definitely gonna replay it. Hopefully they make like a Switch 2 version with DLC or something, and I'll replay it. But you know, it's still a really good game. And next we have Mario Maker 2, which I really like Mario Maker on the Wii U. I had that, so I got the Switch version. And I played it for like a while there, for like a couple months. I would like, you know, I played the story mode and I would play levels. And I would even make some levels sometimes. I wasn't too big into the Maker functionality like other people were, or even just playing them, but I definitely liked and enjoyed it for what I played of it. So I hope they make a third one, hopefully with like a 3D Mario Maker. That'd be fucking sick. I don't know how possible that is, but I would definitely be interested in that. And you know, still a fun game. Next we have the classic Mario Odyssey. Fucking love this game. Amazing game. One of the best 3D platformers for sure. I love all the levels in this game. I think they're so fun to explore. Mario controls like a dream. Cappy just adds even more fun versatility to his moveset, and I think it's a masterpiece. It's for sure a 10 out of 10 game. One of my favorite 3D platformers. The only games I could think of that might match it are other 3D Mario games. But yeah, love it. Next we have Splatoon 2. I loved Splatoon on the Wii U, and I was really excited for it when this came out. The first year of the Switch. Sunk so many hours into this game from the story mode, and then especially the multiplayer. I played a lot of multiplayer. Eventually I did kind of fizzle out from playing the game for a while there. You know, it's kind of hard to keep playing this game, especially when I'm playing by myself. I don't have anyone. I don't know anyone that plays Splatoon or even fucking owns a Switch at that point. So it's like, yeah, there's only so much fun you could have replaying multiplayer by yourself just over and over again. Especially when like, the one thing I love everything about Splatoon except for like, there never really feels like there's a true progression system when it comes into multiplayer. Like there isn't that much of an incentive to do so, besides like upgrades to your costumes and stuff, I guess, or like your rank from playing ranked. It's just nothing that's like making me really want to continue playing. So that's yeah. And then I also have Splatoon 3, which I recently just replayed the story mode in this game and like got all the shit and 100%ed that. And yeah, I remember being really excited for this game when they first announced it, and then a year went by before it came out, and I kind of just lost interest really fast. I still ended up getting the game like a day after it came out, just because I was like in the GameStop with some money, so I just got it. And I enjoyed it for like that like 2 weeks. I played the story mode, and then I played some multiplayer, and then it just kind of stopped. Right? The fall off was way quicker than Splatoon 2 for sure. And yeah, I came back to it recently. I bought the DLC, which by the way, DLC for Splatoon 2, incredible. The Octo expansion is some of the best like single player like shooter content I've ever played in my life. It's amazing. Same thing with Splatoon 3, the side order, it's like a roguelike instead. Really good too. I really love that. I really want to like go back and like do more runs on it, honestly. It's really addicting. And yeah, as you can tell, I'm more of a story mode kind of guy for Splatoon because I really don't have anyone to play the multiplayer with. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of the Splatoon series. And so I'm really excited for that new Splatoon Raiders game because it's like actually just a story game. Next we have Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Played this game like last year, loved it. It's honestly like one of my favorite RPGs. The story is really engaging, the characters are cool, the combat is good, and like yeah, it's a really good RPG game. I'd recommend anyone who likes RPGs play. It is a little bit on the grindy side, I guess. Like I don't know, grinding in this game just isn't that fun to me compared to other RPGs. But like besides that, and just low-key just me getting a little bored at some points, like it is a really good game still. I played the DLC too, which honestly was actually boring. I wouldn't really recommend playing the DLC, but the main game, it's a really good game. And next we have Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I actually haven't played this one yet. I traded this game with my brother. I traded him this for Skyrim on the Switch, which I think I want that trade, but I really I'm excited to play this. I know this is like the least favorite in the series. I think I'm gonna like it. I think it looks pretty good. I'm excited to play it. And next we have Xenoblade Chronicles X. I had this game on the Wii U. I was way too young to know what the hell I was doing on it on the Wii U. I would just jump around buildings and shit. I didn't know what the hell was happening. And so I played it on here, and for like a while there, for like the first, I got into it, like for the first 30 hours. Really, really, really loved this game. I was like, damn, like I might like this better than the first game. And that was just me like kind of playing it like normally, not really going too crazy into any of the mechanics. And then I got to like chapter 5 or 6, and it got really hard with some of the boss, like the enemies and stuff. And I was thinking like, damn, so I could either like grind a lot, which isn't my favorite thing to do in Xenoblade games. I could grind a lot, or I could like learn all the like fucking complicated ass mechanics. There's like stocks and or shit like that. I don't even fucking know. There's like so much complicated stuff in this game that I've been like that whole time I was playing, I was trying to like wrap my head around all the shit in this game. I could just never like get it, and that just made me eventually stop playing. And honestly, I just thinking about that whole mess of me trying to figure it out kind of makes me not want to play this game anymore. Honestly, I don't know if I will. Maybe one day, hopefully, I could just like, usually when I like start a game after not playing it, I restart. I'm hoping I could just get myself not to restart and just keep playing and try to get all the fucking weird ass mechanics in this game. But it's a good game. It's just, you really gotta be a a big RPG fan with a lot of time to play this one. But yeah, that's all my Switch games. Next up we have my 3DS games, which I don't have a lot of, but you know, I have a couple. I have A Link Between Worlds, which I have 2 copies of. For some reason I accidentally bought another one. I thought I didn't have it for some reason. I just had the case, and I actually did have one, so that's my bad. But I haven't even played this game yet. That's like the funniest part. But I'm definitely going to play it soon. It's on like my list, and I'm excited to. It looks really good. And next we have Ocarina of Time 3D. Of course, Ocarina of Time is like one of the best games ever made. You know that. Everyone knows that. It's amazing. It's an amazing 3D game. All the dungeons are top tier. I even have my receipt here still. This is the first game I got for my 2DS when I had a 2DS. I still have it. But yeah, I fucking love this game. I haven't played the 64 version. This is the only one I've played, but like it's still so good. I recommend anyone play it, honestly. It's a really good game. Next we have Majora's Mask, which I've only played like a quarter of the way through. I actually have not beat this one yet. I want to be in the mood for this game. Like, it's a little spooky kind of game. I want to play this during like the fall time, right? So hopefully this year, honestly, I think I might play it this year and really just go through it, because I really do love this game from what I played. I was a little younger and it was a little more complicated to me, but just like the whole vibes of it, it just feels a lot more spooky and like cool and mysterious. I don't know. Like it's a really cool game. I really gotta play it soon. Next we have Pokemon Y, my first Pokemon game. And usually people's first Pokemon is their favorite, but yeah, this one was my first, so that's probably why it isn't my favorite. X and Y, it isn't the best generation. I think it has some of the best Pokemon, like design wise, and all the Pokemon, fucking love them. I think the starters are really good, all of them, not just Froakie, even though Froakie is my favorite. I really like the Pokemon. I think the Kalos world is pretty cool. It's just, this game really is way too easy. It's a, just mash the A button. You know, they give you megas, they give you all this shit to just like steamroll anyone that comes in your sight. But it's still a fun Pokemon game in my opinion. Next we have Pokemon Ultra Moon, which I really love the Alola games too. I don't really get the hate for them all too much. But yeah, I really like these games. Not they're definitely like a little more different than like most Pokemon games, I feel. You're like on like islands, there's no gym challenges, but I still think it's a really good game and better than what people say it is. And next we have Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. This is the first time I played the first Xenoblade game, was with this. I have a new 3DS, but I'm letting someone borrow it. But like, I didn't really know what to do in this game either at the time, right? Obviously, I played it on the Switch and loved it, and now I just kind of have this copy here, you know, which is kind of cool. It's cool that they got this on the system. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. Like, it's a pretty big game, but you know, it's cool to have at this point. And that's it. It's pretty small 3DS collection. Next we have my regular DS games, which I have Cookie Mama 2 first here. The Cookie Mama games are really fun. I found this at a thrift store. You know, it's just fun to play it and do some cooking. And yeah, you know, it's Cookie Mama. And next we have Kingdom Hearts 3. I still don't remember. 358 by 2 days. I recently played this game and beat it while I'm just going through all the Kingdom Hearts games. So I still gotta, the next one I play is Birth by Sleep. But yeah, played this game. I think this is a criminally underrated game. This is, like, when people talk about Kingdom Hearts, it seems like all they talk about is 1 and 2. Which I get it, those games are amazing. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like this game is better than 1 or 2. But this game is definitely up there. Like, I think first of all, the story, amazing. Like, if you don't like this game all too much, I guess I don't blame you. But the story is a 10 out of 10, very easily. I love the story. Our main 3 characters, seeing their story play out is so fucking good. And even the gameplay, I thought it was pretty fun. It's in like a mission format, because you're in the organization, right? And I think it works well with like the DS, you know? Like, it was obviously made for the DS because it's just like short missions you could do like pretty quickly. And I think it works well. One little thing I really like about it for some reason is the storage mechanic. It's almost like a little puzzle, and you have to like fit it. Every like item you get is a different size block, right? And you like upgrade it, you get more storage the more you play. And I honestly just really liked that. It's a little thing I really liked. And I just think these worlds look really good on the DS, honestly. The way they translated it from the PlayStation to the DS, I think it looks really good. And yeah, I really liked it. I think it's underrated. And I also have Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Haven't played this one yet. Definitely doesn't look as good as this game. Doesn't really seem like it's as story oriented. So I don't know if I'm gonna like it as much, but I think I'm still gonna like it. It's Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts. And next we have Mario vs. Donkey Kong Miniland Mayhem. Not really the biggest Mario vs. Donkey Kong fan. I just have this because it was given to me. And I played through it. You know, it's a fun little puzzle game. For a while there, I was just playing it a little before bed here and there, just getting some puzzles done. They're not really the biggest, like, greatest game ever, you know. But, you know, they're fun games for sure. Next we have Professor Layton and the Curious Village. What the fuck is in here? Oh, I have Final Fantasy 3 on the DS. I need to get a case for that soon. But I'm not looking forward to playing that game because like I have a lot of more Final Fantasies to play, but it's cool that I have that on DS. And this game I played a little bit of. It seems really fun, a little cozy time, very cozy game. Definitely want to play it soon when I'm in the mood for like a good puzzle game. Next we have Scooby-Doo First Frights, the best game ever, obviously. Unironically, this game is not as bad as you think it would be. I really like playing these games as a kid. I don't think they hold up that badly today either, honestly. They're pretty fun little 3D beat 'em up games, I guess. Right, they kind of like that, yeah. The Wii version though, like the console version, not the DS one, is like, it's cool. You know, it's definitely worse for sure. But if you could play like the console versions of these games, I think they're a pretty good time. And I'm a really big Scooby-Doo fan. I've always have been since I was a kid. So I like these games. And next we have the first Scribblenauts. I remember I had the DC Scribblenauts game, which I played a bit of. I don't have it anymore, but I have the first one here, and it's a pretty fun series. Nothing too crazy. It's definitely more for kids, I would say, but you know, still a pretty fun series. And that's it for DS. A little more than 3DS, but still pretty small. It is the next day now, and that is all for my Nintendo games. So now we're going to be going into my PlayStation collection, which goes through PlayStation 5 to PlayStation 2. So yeah, let's get into it. First game we have for PS5 is Astro Bot. This was Game of the Year last year, which I was pretty surprised by. While it wasn't my personal Game of the Year last year, it was definitely Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Love that game, so we'll get into it later, but I'm fine with this one winning because it's definitely my second favorite. It's a really good, well-made, tight-knit 3D platformer. And probably the only reason why I probably don't like it more is because I've just always been more of a Nintendo versus a PlayStation guy. If I was a really big PlayStation guy, then for sure this would probably be my favorite 3D platformer of all time. Now don't get me wrong, I still love this game so much. Like, as much as someone who isn't the biggest PlayStation fan could love this game, that's me. Like, I play all of the updates it gets with all the free levels, which is also really cool that they're doing that. And especially nowadays, like, I feel like so little games are doing that aren't just like a live service game, like getting actual updates. I find that really cool. And so yeah, I recommend anyone who's into platformers get this game, regardless if you like PlayStation or not. You will enjoy this game. Next we have Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I never played the original on the PSP. I honestly don't have one. I really do want to get one soon though. But yeah, I'm just a really big fan of the Final Fantasy VII remakes. I've actually never played the original, which I know some people would be very mad at me for that. I personally, I really like the remakes, remake and Rebirth. And I wanted to try this prequel out with Zack Fair instead of Cloud. And I got like 25% into it, and I kind of just didn't like it as much. You know, it's different for sure. I mean, it's a spin-off, so they're gonna make it a little different. The story was good. I really like the story, of course. It's Final Fantasy VII. But I don't know, just the gameplay just wasn't as engaging for me as the remakes were. But I'm definitely gonna go back to this at some point for sure, with like a more open mind. Maybe even if I eventually do get a PSP, because that's like the next system I want to buy at some point. Maybe I'll play it on the PSP. I think I'll probably enjoy it more when it's on like the actual console it came with when it first was put out with. But yeah, next we have Cyberpunk 2077. This is the Ultimate Edition with the DLC. Obviously you've heard about all the Cyberpunk controversies. It was rushed, really glitchy, laggy, just terrible at launch, and yeah, they've been slowly fixing it over the years. Now people say it's a pretty good game, so I was like, oh, okay, CD Projekt Red is a good company. I've played The Witcher before, never really got into it too much. I don't even have it in my collection yet, but I liked it enough to where I also really like the like futuristic aesthetic, so I got it. And yeah, even with all of the glitches fixed and everything, like when I was playing this, I didn't run into any glitches or anything. It ran perfectly on my PS5. The game itself just wasn't that good. Like, it feels less like a really good, well-crafted 3D open world game, and more of a Ubisoft open world game, like a fucking Assassin's Creed, or like a, you know, just like a basic open world game with just a bunch of, like a Far Cry, you know, objectives, basic objectives, a very boring map. This map, while it's not boring, it's cool to look at. You know, the city itself, it looks cool. The actual, like, it's nothing really too memorable, you know? While it does look cool, I can maybe remember like one area in the game. And I think that's just because like I went there a lot for the story. Like I didn't think this game was too good. It's definitely like, it's a step above your standard Ubisoft, Far Cry, that other hacker game type open world game. But it's still just not as good as like other open world games. Even by CD Projekt Red, I've only played a little bit of Witcher 3, and yet I can tell you that game was way better than this. The combat's also really boring. Once again, just feels like a basic shooter. Even with all the like hacks and different abilities you have, it really doesn't feel too good. And yeah, I was really disappointed with this one for sure. Next we have Death Stranding Director's Cut. I got this game like a while ago. When I first got my PS5, it was on sale for like 20 bucks, and it was always a game I was interested in. And I played like a good 20 hours of it, and definitely less than that. But like, you know, I spent a good amount of time in it. And hot take, I know a lot of people, most people say, oh, the game is fun when it actually like starts becoming a game and it's not a fucking walking simulator. I like the walking simulator stuff. That is my type of game. Just walking across these beautiful landscapes. The game looks amazing. It looks really good, and I just actually find it kind of fun to just walk across it, try to, you know, get through the rough terrains with your packages. I think that's really fun. I honestly didn't like when the story picked up and they started getting these like weird missions of like combat and stealth and shit. Like, bro, you're interrupting my walking simulator. What the fuck, man? I wanted to walk more and deliver packages, but you know, whatever. I want to play this game again for sure, especially with Death Stranding 2. That game also looks really good. I 100% want to play this, give it a second chance. I feel like I know I'm gonna like it if I just play it again. But yeah, I need more walking simulator. And next is the game I was talking about a lot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Love this game so much. Now this is how you do an open world game. The worlds are so, well, they're so like fun to explore. There's so much to do in them. There's so many side quests, little things to find here and there. They're not like too big where it kind of like feels kind of overwhelming or anything. They're split up into sections, which I'm usually not a fan of in open world games. Like, you know, like go big or go home. But this game like does it right. All the sections are like perfectly like perfect size, just enough to do, and the story obviously is amazing, right? And I really like the combat mechanics in these modern Final Fantasy VII games. And yeah, with what I already like from Final Fantasy VII Remake mixed with the open world stuff that I really liked, makes this one of my favorite games of all time. I really like this game, and I'm really looking forward to the next installment, the final one. And here we have Final Fantasy 15, 16. I think it's 16. I really don't know the whole. I do not know how to read Roman numerals. I'm pretty sure it's 16 though. I haven't played this one yet. I saw it for like 30 bucks at GameStop one day, which I felt like was pretty crazy because it was relatively new at the time, so I grabbed it. And yeah, I have this cover art instead of the other one. I don't know if you could see it there. I think this one looks a little cooler. I really don't know anything about this game at all, so I'll definitely play it one day, and I'll be relatively blind going into it. And next we have Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2. Funny thing about this game, I don't have a VR2. Or even a VR1. I did have one. I kind of just gave it to my brother though, because I low-key don't really use it that much anymore. But I'm a big FNAF guy. So I just got it. I saw it at GameStop one day, and yeah, you can actually play it without the headset. That's why I got it. So I'm not like, you know, like I knew I could play it to some extent without the headset. It's just, you know, it's definitely made for a headset. I'm not gonna sit here and bash this game because I'm not playing with the device it was made for. Like obviously it would be more funner with the headset, so that's why I haven't really played much of it. I know it's my fault, it's dumb, but whatever. Maybe one day I'll get the VR2 if it's cheap for this one game. and we have Security Breach, FNAF, which I actually really like this game. I like this game more than most people, I feel like. I really like this game. I use old stickers even. But yeah, I think the whole idea of being stuck in this giant like Chuck E. Cheese arcade place is such an amazing concept for a game. In general, like horror game or not, especially a horror game, I think it works really well. But like I think that's just such a good concept. And I found it really fun just exploring it, dodging the animatronics and going from different areas. This game wasn't like the scariest game ever. Like some parts could get pretty like spooky, like with the moon guy. This guy, the sun and moon guy. When that whole section was like really spooky. I really liked it. And then on top of this game being really good, they added the Ruin DLC, which was basically just like another campaign, another game on top of the game you got. And that was amazing too. You go back to the studio and this time it's like all deserted and like nasty and stuff. Like, and I think that's just such a cool concept. Like especially once again, it was a free update. That wasn't even paid DLC. That was that's really cool to me. And yeah, I would definitely recommend this game, even if you're not a FNAF fan. I honestly just really like this game. And then GTA 5, you know, it's GTA 5. I don't really know why I had the PS4 version, but I think I just like got rid of it and got the PS5 version for some reason. Very not necessary upgrade. Honest, I never noticed any sort of graphical upgrade. I'm not really I'm not really looking for that all the time, and I definitely didn't notice it here, so I don't know why I did that, but you know, I have it. Very excited for GTA 6. It's an amazing game, obviously, you know that. And we have Horizon Forbidden West. Was pretty disappointed with this game. I liked Zero Dawn actually quite a bit, more than I thought going into it when I first played it back on the PS4. But I don't know. I was pretty excited for this game, and it really was just more Horizon. You know, like as much as I liked Horizon Zero Dawn, that game was already like a 20+ hour game. Like it wasn't a short game. So then just having another 20+ hour Horizon game that really didn't feel all that different to me. It was just like, okay, like I'll play it, whatever, but like it didn't leave an impact at all on me. I really, I don't know. This game, it's good, but it's not that good to basically play this almost the same game all over again. What it feels like, at least. But next up we have Guardians of the Galaxy, made by Square Enix for some reason. But I actually really enjoyed this game, surprisingly. I'm a really big Guardians of the Galaxy fan, first of all. That's like one of my favorite Marvel properties. And so I was like intrigued by this game a lot just because I'm a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, and I really enjoyed it. I thought the story was pretty good. I find that every time Guardians of the Galaxy is like put into a game, the stories are always really good. They know how, like, that's just people, the developers know how to translate this story-wise. But gameplay was you know, it was good. It wasn't anything mind-blowing. you know, it wasn't like a mind-blowing combat system. The thing that really disappointed me the most is you don't control all of the Guardians, which I feel like is a little weird, right? You only control Star-Lord, and all the other Guardians are like abilities you can use basically. You do like combo attacks with them. But you know, the gameplay, it's good enough, and combined with the really good story and like just everything else, I enjoyed it. I would recommend it, especially probably find it for like what, 20-15 bucks. And we also have Spider-Man Miles Morales. This one I got when I first got my PS5. It was this game and Elden Ring. I don't have Elden Ring here. I got rid of it. I sold it because I'm gonna get the Switch 2 version when that comes out. I feel like if I haven't played it yet, and I feel like if I am gonna play it, a Switch version would be really cool. So that I'm just gonna get that. But yeah, I really like this game. Obviously, I really like the first Spider-Man a lot. Like, I love that game when I first played it. I was like, whoa. It honestly surprised me how much I liked it. But you know, it's more Spider-Man. I know I was just complaining about Horizon being more Spider-Man. I mean, Horizon just being more Horizon, right? The sequel. But this, you know, while it feels more, it is the same game in many ways. I mean, at least the story felt different. It felt more different. You're playing as a different character, you know? And also, I just think the gameplay's more fun. I think the whole swinging around, fighting bad guys, it's more of a repeatable process for me than the Horizon stuff. And then they did it again with Spider-Man 2, which while it wasn't, once again, it wasn't even that different from the original Spider-Man, it was different enough for me to really enjoy this game still. I recently just beat it on the hardest difficulty again, actually, like this year. And I still enjoyed it then. I really like these Spider-Man games. Yeah. So I'm fine with them making as many as they do. I don't really know how they could switch it up without it feeling worse, honestly, because they kind of really have perfected the Spider-Man game formula here. Like, I don't know how they could switch it up, because they're definitely going to make a Spider-Man 3. These games are way too popular, and then there's like a cliffhanger at the end of this game. But, you know, controlling Spider-Man, or Peter Parker and Miles Morales was really cool. And yeah, I would definitely recommend playing the first Spider-Man if you haven't played any of these. It's the best one in my opinion. It has the best story, but yeah, all really good games. Next we have Persona 3 Reload. Don't know why this game isn't on Switch, but I played like 20 hours of this game. Like, I was really into it for the time I was playing it, and I didn't save a single time during those 20 hours of me playing. And I like left the game to go like play Fortnite or something dumb like that, and yeah, came back and everything that I played was gone. I was heartbroken, and I haven't played the game since. It's been long enough at this point where I do want to get into it again, but I'm still a little butthurt about it, and I'm just a little confused why there isn't auto saves. I feel like that's kind of like a given, you know? Like modern games, but I feel like there should be fucking auto saves or whatever, you know. Not like I enjoyed those 20 hours or anything. Next we have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I really liked the Ratchet & Clank remake on PS4, so I was excited to get this one. As you can tell, there's definitely a theme with all these PS5 games, though. They're all fucking sequels to PS4 games, which is a little concerning, but yeah, I like this game again. It was more Ratchet & Clank. I definitely like this game more than Horizon, you know, because it was like this is a shorter little 3D beat 'em up game instead of a 20+ hour open world game. So it felt a little better. Beautiful game, by the way. Like, one of the best looking PS5 games I've ever seen. It's one of the best games I've ever seen in general. It looks amazing. But yeah, like, besides graphically, like, the story and everything isn't too crazy. It's more Ratchet & Clank gameplay wise. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's more Ratchet & Clank. It's still good. I would recommend it. And then we have Resident Evil 4. Really, really love this game. I've actually never played the original Resident Evil 4, which I definitely do want to play one day, but really like this remake. It was really, really, really good. I think, while this game definitely isn't like scary at all, just the like action gameplay of it is so fun. Going around killing all these zombies and like the atmosphere, the areas you explore, it's all amazing, all top tier. The story, I mean, you know, it's Resident Evil 4, but I really like the dynamic between Leon and Ash. Is that her name? I think her name is Ash, but like whatever. I really like the dynamic between those two characters. It's fun, and yeah, it's a really good game. I'd recommend anyone play because it really isn't that scary. There's only like one part in it that's like a little spooky, I guess, but like really recommend anyone play it. And then it's in the same series we have Resident Evil 7, which I also really enjoyed this game. This is in first person instead of third person. Haven't played the DLC yet, but I also really I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I love those games. This game also isn't too scary, except for that one section with the puppet and the big baby. If you played it, you know what I'm talking about. That shit is pretty spooky. But like literally besides that, it's not really too scary. It's like Resident Evil 4 in that sense. It's not a scary game, but it's just a really fun one. Once again, the world is really cool. Obviously, the most disappointing part is how the castle, like the vampire castle, is like only the first 25% of the game. Which, cause like that's like obviously that's the best part, right? It's the best atmosphere, it's the best area. I'm sure many people wouldn't mind if that was like the whole game. But I mean, like the village is still cool. There's still cool areas. The factory was like kind of dragging it out. Like I don't know why the fuck we had to go to a factory. But like, you know, it was still a really good game. I really enjoyed this game. And just keeping it in the horror genre, we have Silent Hill 2. I've never played a Silent Hill game either, but yeah, this is my first one. Now this game is actually scary. Like this game is like this ain't no Resident Evil, man. This ain't no Five Nights at Freddy's. This is a real horror game. This shit is really scary. Like even I'm a scaredy cat. When it comes to this horror stuff in general, I'm a scared guy, and this game is really, really good. I could really tell how good of a game this is. It's just so damn scary. I'm in the apartment like area right now, and it's just like, ugh. Like it's so scary. I get that feeling where I feel like I'm spending more time on the loading screen, just like walking around like, do I really want to go through that dark hallway? You know, I'm spending more time doing that than actually playing the game. Because it's a spooky game. Definitely really good though. If you're a fan of actually scary games, I recommend this for sure. And then last, for PS5, we have Stray. Really, really amazing game. You're just a little kitty cat, and you're doing kitty cat stuff in a dystopian robo world. And it's really good. A lot of fun, interesting puzzles. You're a cat, so there's definitely a couple points there. The world is really cool. The story was, well, you know, it is like cryptic. You're a cat, but it low-key was a little sad. It was really good. It was really it felt really emotional despite there really not being much of a story, and it was really fun just going on just a journey with the little kitty. I would recommend this game to anyone, really. It's really good. And that's it for the PS5 game, so we'll be going on to the PS4. First up with the PS4 games, we have Batman Telltale series. When I was a little younger, I was like really, really, really into Telltale games for a bit there, and I still really like them. And Batman, the Telltale series, was a really good one. I only have the first season physically so far. I don't have what's it called, The Evil Within. I don't know I forget what the second season's called, but I also remember liking the second season a lot. I played these both digitally like a long time ago. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna replay this one day. It's a really good like little Batman story. If you like this type of game, I definitely recommend it. Or if you like Batman, Batman is probably my favorite superhero. I know that's not a that's not a crazy take or a different one really, but you know, it's Batman. Next we have Crash Bandicoot 4. It's About Time. I really like this game. Like I said with the Switch game earlier, I know at this point I was like a fucking hour ago, this video is long as hell, but you know, if you remember and you're still here, I am a big fan of the Crash Bandicoot series. And yeah, I really like this. It's a really good new game in the series. They kind of just picked off after Crash Bandicoot 3 and forgot all of the middle, kind of more mid games. You know, there were some good games in there too. Like Twinsanity, that one looks... This is all, I'm all saying this based off YouTube videos I've seen, by the way. I haven't played most of these games. But yeah, I also really like this game. It's really, it looks really hard to 100%. If you watched that the Kadikarus video about it, he's a bigger Crash fan than I am for sure. Man, he 100% at this game, and that shit looks dreadful. I'll be honest, that looks like a nightmare to 100% this game. But just for completing the story, it's kind of short, but it's really fun. Some of the most tight-knit 3D platforming you'll ever play. It's really good. Next we have Doom Eternal. It's another Doom game. I have the first one on Switch and I have Eternal here. I really want to play the Dark Ages. That game looks really good. Like, what? I'm definitely gonna get that soon. Hopefully it'll go on sale soon. But yeah, this game it was more Doom, more refined, more polished. And I thought the worlds were more interesting too. It was a lot. The like levels in the first Doom kind of all felt the same, while this one is more varied. Like you're on Earth for some of it, and you're in different places. So yeah, I like this one more than the original Doom. It felt a little better, but you know, it still is kind of just feels like more Doom. I haven't played the DLC for this game yet either. Maybe I should play that. Next we have Fallout 4 Classic. You know, it's Fallout. I've definitely given my fair time in this game. When I played it, I really just like explored the world. I didn't really do much of the story or anything. But it's definitely one day I want to sit down and just go all the way through one day, for sure. But yeah, you know, it's Fallout. Who doesn't love Fallout? And then we have Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like I was saying earlier, really love this game. When I first played this game, I low-key was a little surprised on how much I liked it. I thought obviously the stories are really good. I don't know, I got a really fucking bad copy off of eBay of this game. It's like all like destroyed. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, dude, it's a really good game. Maybe I should probably get another fucking case, bro. This shit sucks. But yeah. Another Final Fantasy game, we have 15, if I'm correct. I was really interested in this one. Like after 7, this was the one I wanted to play the most, because I kind of just like you're just like a couple dudes going on like a big road trip with your like cool car and some cool anime boys. But like the game was pretty like felt pretty mid to me. The combat just wasn't that engaging for me. The graphics were, even I know this is like an earlier PS4 game, but the graphics still were like kind of like, I don't know, it just looked a little janky. I don't know how to describe it. And the story was honestly like it didn't really grip me that well either, which I'm sorry, I don't care how good an RPG is, if the story doesn't grip you, at least to some extent, the game is not gonna, at least for me, the game is not gonna grip me. And then the combat, I already like wasn't really the biggest fan of in this game, so yeah, I kind of dropped it. And I really don't see myself going back for a while. Next we have God of War, the Platinum Hits version. It's the only Platinum Hits I have. I found this game in like a trash bin while I was out and about, sealed. So I don't know who did that, but Thank you for that. I'll definitely take it. I really like this game. I don't have Ragnarok, as you guys saw. I really do want to get it. Even though, once again, like most of these PlayStation 5 games, this seems like the same game. But, you know, I did really enjoy this game. The story was obviously really good. The combat was also really fun. Yeah, honestly, I really do want to play Ragnarok. I'm excited for that. I really like this game. Next we have a little hidden gem here. Gravity Rush 2. I don't have Gravity Rush 1 physically. That game is a little expensive. But I do have it digitally and I played it there. Really like the first one. I think the story is pretty interesting. The whole gravity mechanic, while it is a little clunky at times, it isn't the best. It's very interesting and unique, and it still does fun. The art style is also really good. It goes for this like comic book style kind of, and I think it pays off really well. And in the sequel here, it's just like bigger. It's just a bigger game, and it's also really good. The story is really good too. I would definitely recommend anyone play it, especially the first one. You probably have to get it digitally because it is really expensive, like I said, but I'll recommend it for sure. And next we have Kingdom Hearts. The story so far, this has all the Kingdom Hearts games, except for some of them. They have the DS ones. They only have the cutscenes. This one and Recoded. Yeah, they only have the cutscenes for those, which is why I have the DS version, as you guys saw earlier. I want to play those actually. Like I said, I already beat this one. I'm on Birth by Sleep. I think I do want to just wait if I ever get a PSP, which I think I will soon, hopefully if I get the money, and just get this game on there and play it there, because I like playing the games on the original hardware if possible, especially if it's a series I like Kingdom Hearts. I fucking love Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. I know most people prefer 2 over 1. I personally just like 1. It's more simple, and I think that it just works better here, at least for me. I also just I really like I like the vibe of 1 a little more, I think. I don't know. This is just my personal taste. Even though 2 is still really good. Don't get it twisted. They're both really good games. I mean, every game in this, except for Rechain of Memories. I did not like Rechain of Memories. I was not a fan of the card mechanics at all, which sucks because the story and all the Castle Oblivion shit looks really fun and really cool. I would have loved to actually play that story instead of just watching it on YouTube. But I couldn't get behind those cards, bruh. I'm not doing it. Maybe one day, but definitely not anytime soon. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I also have Kingdom Hearts 3, which I usually don't buy sequels to games if I'm not on them. But this was just literally $10 brand new, a really cheap game. So I just why not just get it? And I guess I open all my games even if I'm not gonna play them. I don't know. I don't like leaving them sealed. Next we have this cool little The Last Guardian in special edition, not really special edition. It just has an art book and a sleeve. It's a Japanese copy too, if you can see here. I got this as a gift. I wouldn't normally buy something like this. I'm not really a big fan of getting different language copies of my games, especially with this game. It's really confusing to play because there's no English option, which kind of sucks. And this is already a really cryptic game. That artwork's really cool. This is already a really cryptic game, and so the fact that it's in Japanese just makes it even more cryptic, and it's what the fuck am I supposed to do here? So I could definitely tell it's a pretty good game. I just I don't know, it's just hard for me to play because I have the Japanese copy. But it's still cool. The art book, I've gone through that fully when I first got it, and it's a really cool little art book. And it's fun to have this cool little edition. And next we have Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. I really do like the Lego games. I've always had fun with them when I was younger. My favorite being Lego Batman 2. That game's incredible, and ironically I really like that game. The open world section in it's good. All the levels are memorable and really good. This one was definitely not as good. First of all, it doesn't have like an open world section like Lego Batman 2, which makes no sense when this is a sequel to that. It also didn't really feel like Batman. It was kind of like all of the Justice League. It was less about Batman. But you know, this one was definitely more just like a standard Lego game. But yeah, Lego Batman 1 and 2 are way better than this, but yeah. And next we have another Guardians of the Galaxy game, this time the Telltale series. I feel like not a lot of people know about this game. This is honestly one of my favorite Telltale games. I really, really like the story in this one. I love the Guardian story that they're telling in here. I thought it all was really good. If you're a fan of this type of game, would also really, really recommend this one. This one's one of my favorite. It might be my second favorite, behind obviously the Walking Dead games, which would be in this video. I'm letting my brother borrow it currently. I have like the definitive edition with all of the games on it, but yeah, obviously those are my favorite. Those are the best ones. Everyone knows that. My second best might be this one though. Next we have Minecraft. You know, it's Minecraft. Who doesn't have Minecraft? What can I say about Minecraft? Amazing game. Very nostalgic. I'm not as nostalgic for it as other people. Sadly, I really wish I was. Like I didn't really have friends to play it with. So it's just like I never really got that, you know, oh, late night, the month period playing this game with your friends. I never really got that, which I'm really sad about. And I've honestly, because of that, I've never even beat Minecraft, never beat the Ender Dragon. One day for sure though. I really want to. I love Minecraft. Who doesn't? We also have Minecraft Story Mode, another Telltale game. Definitely one of my least favorites though, for sure. I never really got grip with the story with this one like other Telltale games. Still a decent one. I know the season 2 physical like really expensive for this game. But yeah, this is alright. Next we have Persona 5. I do have Persona 5 Royale. I had this copy first. I think I found this at a thrift store actually. But yeah, I wanted the Switch copy because I knew I was actually gonna play that game. I've never played it, but I knew if I wanted to play this game, it was gonna be on the Switch. I love playing RPGs, especially one this long on my Switch. I had like a camping trip I was going to, and I brought my Switch and I was playing Persona 5 on my Switch the entire time, and it was amazing. And I can't do that with the PlayStation. So it was definitely the right call. I still have this copy because, I mean, at this point, this is one of my favorite games of all time, so I really don't mind having 2 copies of the game in my collection. So yeah. And we also have Persona 5 Strikers. I bought this like very quickly after beating Persona 5, because just like Kingdom Hearts 3, it was like sealed for like $10. Like, it was a really, really cheap game, so it's like, why not just get it? I haven't played it yet. I have played Tactica, but not this one. I'll definitely play this at some point. It's like a Warriors type game, which I've never really been the biggest fans of. I had the one for Switch, the Zelda one for Breath of the Wild, which that game was less of a problem with the Warriors format and more of a, I really didn't like how that game was in canon. That made me, I know some people don't mind it. For me personally, that ruined the whole game. Like the fact that none of that game was canon just made the story like, why am I reading this? Why am I playing this? You know, it felt very like whatever, like I don't care about the story at all. So I kind of just got rid of it because, you know, I really didn't like that the story wasn't canon. Next up we have this PlayStation VR demo disc. Like I said, I did have a PlayStation VR. Maybe I should have given this to my brother since he has it now, but whatever, I still have it. I remember playing some of the demos on here. It's a fun little time. Next we have my favorite game of all time, by the way, Psychonauts. I have the special edition limited run version of this, so it comes with like the box, the steelbook, the CD and everything. I mean, this is my favorite game of all time. amazing 3D platformer, amazing gameplay, amazing story. The worlds in it are where it really shines though. That's the best part. You're going into people's minds and it's just so cool. It's so cool seeing these different interpretations of everyone's minds, what's going on in their head. And it's just like a visualization of that. And I think that's such a cool, amazing concept. And it just really works well in this game. It's like a PS2 game, but I think the older graphics really like benefit this game. It makes it feel like so dreamy, like you feel like you're playing a dream, which is I think what they were going for, right? You're in people's minds. That's the levels, and like this is amazing game, my favorite game of all time. Period. Nothing will ever beat this game. I really don't see any game being better than this one for me. I recommend anyone to play it. I love this game with all my heart. And it's like thank you Double Fine, one of my favorite developers for sure. All their other games are also really good. I recently just played Broken Age, one of the best point and click games I've ever played. I really love that game. But yeah, amazing game. I could talk about this game for hours, and I definitely wouldn't mind it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go on to another Psychonauts game. This is the VR one in the Rumbissen Ruin. This game was also really fun. Obviously, it wasn't like a platformer or anything. It wasn't like a traditional Psychonauts game, but it was still a really fun, really good use of the VR. It was definitely one of my favorite VR games, besides maybe like Job Simulator. I really like Job Simulator. But besides that, like this is a really good VR game. The whole like underwater spy vibes it goes for, I think is really cool. And if you have a PSVR, this is definitely one I would recommend getting for sure. And we also have Psychonauts 2. Man, I am so glad we got this game. I fucking love this game. Absolutely met every single expectation I had for this game coming from Psychonauts 1. Amazing modern representation of Psychonauts. It is just as good as the original for me, which is obviously really hard to do because it's my favorite game, and they did it. All of that hard work. They have like a documentary of the making of this game, the most like amazing documentary I've ever seen. It goes into like every detail. Really difficult journey of making this game, and I could tell you all of the hardships they went to make it. It was worth it. This game is really good. It's really good looking. All the worlds are just as fun and creative as the last one. My only complaint with it is this physical edition. When I got it, it had these like stickers on the top, and as you could tell, it completely ruined the sleeve, which I'm still really butthurt about. I really don't like that it did that. The good thing is my copy is still, in good condition. It even comes with some little goodies. But yeah, I mean, if the worst thing I could say about this game is the outer sleeve that it came with, it was an amazing game. This is my second favorite game of all time. It met up to every single expectation I have coming off of my favorite game. Next we have Resident Evil 2. This is definitely my favorite Resident Evil game. I think it perfectly combines the really fun gameplay of like these modern Resident Evil games, and then also is actually kind of scary. I think it's like the perfect length. Also, it's really good. I honestly really want to replay this game again. I really love this game a lot. It's a really fun little horror game. We have some more Resident Evil games coming up. We have Resident Evil 5, which I've played like halfways into, and I kind of just stopped. There really wasn't a reason why. I like this game. It's really good. That's not my favorite Resident Evil for sure, but definitely gotta like fully play through it at some point. Now I don't have Resident Evil 6. I don't know why, I just don't. But here we have Resident Evil 7. I really love this game. This is my first Resident Evil game I played, and it's definitely the scariest for sure. The scariest, and one of my favorites also. The whole like you're on like a white farm in the middle of Louisiana. It's really scary, honestly. And it's like, I don't know, all the evil guys are just fucking, this is a deranged family that's been taken over by this like child thing that's evil. And it's really scary. It's really good. The gameplay is really fun. It's really thrilling. If you're a fan of horror games and you somehow haven't played this, of course, obviously, go play it immediately. And then we have the Origins collection for Resident Evil, which comes with Resident Evil 0 and 1. I've only played Resident Evil 0, which I've played like halfway through, and I also just stopped. No reason again, I kind of just stopped. But yeah, definitely gotta play it again. I definitely like the more modern Resident Evil, like the third person, first person shit better than these more older Resident Evil games, but I still enjoy them. They're still really good games, and yeah. And the last one we have is Revelations. I really haven't played much of this one. This is kind of a game I've like always had, but never really played. I don't know, it's a spin-off, right? Maybe that's why I haven't really played much of it, but yeah, I just haven't. And then last for PS4, we have Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. Limited run, even though I bought this copy at a Best Buy, which is kind of fun. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is my favorite movie of all time. I have all of the hard copy comic books. I have the whole series. I have the vinyl for the movie. The show that came out, Scott Takes Off, that show is really good. I love everything Scott Pilgrim, except for this game. I'm not a big beat 'em ups fan. I never really have been, and I got this one because I love this movie, and I definitely want to play it again. I think this is definitely something I gotta play with like a friend or something. I feel like it'd be a lot funner like that. But yeah, just beat 'em ups aren't really for me, sadly. Next up for PS3, I have Call of Duty Black Ops. This was my first Call of Duty game. Found this game in a dumpster, so that's pretty cool. And I've always been like a moderate fan of Call of Duty, not my favorite series in the world. I like playing the single player, honestly, and the multiplayer is also really fun, of course. The next Call of Duty game I get is gonna be the one that comes to Switch 2. From what I heard, that's like basically guaranteed, like they're gonna do it at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be the next one or like, you know, the year after that, but whenever that game comes out, I'm gonna buy a day one for sure. I wanna play it on my Switch. But yeah, I like Call of Duty games, and this one is a really good one. I remember really liking this game. The zombie mode is also really good in this one, so yeah. Next we have Final Fantasy 13. I found this at a thrift store. I haven't played it at all yet. Really thick manual here, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I really don't know anything about this game. Out of all the Final Fantasies, this one I'm like 12. I have like no idea what they're about, like at all. So I'm definitely excited to one day get into this, for sure. Next we have another one of my favorite games of all time, Journey. This is the edition that has Flower and then Flow. It's called Flow. Flower is a really fun little game. I really like that game a lot. And then Flow, I honestly don't even know what that is. But Journey, just the company, what is this company's name? I forgot who makes it. It's like a really silly name. Yeah, That Game Company. That's That Game Company. All their game, this Journey and Ubzu, I really love Ubzu. Beautiful game, and Journey is also so beautiful. Like just going through the like sand dunes and going up to the mountain, it feels like a journey. It feels like you're going on a giant just journey, and it's beautiful. And the sound design that game is it's a work of art. It really is a work of art. It's not, you know, it doesn't really have gameplay or really a concrete story or anything. It genuinely is like just playing and going through a giant art piece. And I'd recommend anyone who's into that type of stuff to play it. It's really good. And next we have all of the Uncharted games. I have Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. I played all of these games. I remember when I found these all at a thrift store, right? And I played a little bit of all of them, and I haven't played them since, really. I want to get like the PS4 collection at some point and give these games a try again, but they've just, I don't know, I really don't have an opinion on them. I haven't played much of them. Next we have Metal Gear Solid 4. Once again, I honestly have no idea how I acquired this game. I can't lie, I really don't. But I have it. I've never even really played a Metal Gear game, so I really don't have an opinion on this one either. And next we have my PS2 games, last console, only 3 games. I have Destroy All Humans. All these PS2 games I got at thrift stores. I don't even have a PS2 yet. like yeah, I just have these games. This game looks pretty cool. I want to get the modern remake of it. You're just like alien destroying shit. That sounds really fun, honestly. And next we have GTA 3. Classic, really cool manual with the poster. I haven't played this. I also have the last game, San Andreas, which is the game that everyone talks about and everyone likes. I really do want to play this game at some point. I definitely will get like a PS2 at some point so I could play these. I'm really excited to do that. I need more GTA, man. I'm really excited for 6. But yeah, that's all of my video games. I have obviously more digital games, but that's like a little boring to show, I feel like, compared to physical shit. And I'm sorry for how long this video is. I know I've just been yapping my ass off for like hours straight. But I hope you somewhat enjoyed it. At least like put it on in the background while like playing a video game or something. That's what I would do. So yeah, I'm gonna go now, and I'll see you guys later.